welcome back. My name is Madison, and today I thought it would be fun to decorate my home for fall. It is now officially fall. The autumn equinox was just a few days ago, and I have collected all of the fall decor that I have to try and decorate our house with. A lot of it is kind of neutral in my opinion for the season, and there are some other things that I've just had collected for several years at this point. But I also picked up some fresh flowers at the grocery store today, and I think there is nothing better than decorating with fresh elements. Maybe we'll get some fresh pumpkins at some point, but that will probably be in a later video if we choose to do so. We are trying our best to decorate on a budget this year. So everything that you see, I think in total I've spent less than maybe $50 on fall decor this year, and I think that might even be a stretch. But let's get started. I'll take you guys along as we try to decorate our home the best we can for autumn. Okay, before we get started decorating, I did want to show you guys some of the decor elements that we're working with. So first of all, we have the beautiful fresh flowers from the grocery store today. These are seriously just so stunning and vibrant. And it's just a great way, like these will last, especially like the baby's breath is gonna last probably weeks. And I would guess that the daisies will probably last somewhere in the realm of 2 weeks to sometimes a month, it just depends. And as far as dried floral, we are working with some dried eucalyptus. This is from Hobby Lobby from last year. And it's held up pretty well considering it did move down here. And it got pretty squished, as you can tell up here. But otherwise, this is what we're working with in a little crate and barrel vessel. This is the pumpkin that I picked up. It is legit the only pumpkin that we have that actually looks like a pumpkin, and this was from TJ Maxx. Then back into more of the dried floral, we have like this dried wheat and whatever these small little red ones are in here. I don't actually know what those are, but we have those. And then last of all, we have these beautiful ginkgo leaves. Like, they are absolutely stunning. But as you can tell, they are also quite tall. I'm hoping at some point to maybe find like a standing vase to put them in. But for now, we're just gonna work with what we have, and I think we might use them as a garland. And then otherwise, these are kind of just well, actually both of these are really good for all seasons, I would say. These are just some hydrangea picks, and then this is some more eucalyptus, but as you can tell, it kind of has some autumnal tones to it. Just little hints of like burgundy and red here and there. Then as far as like true decor goes, we really don't have much. I have this old amber jar from my great-grandmother's house. I'm not sure that you can see, but there's like a gourd on it. And from what I can remember, this used to be the Log Cabin brand of maple syrup. So things were definitely nicer and more substantial back in the old days. I mean, the fact that I still have this, and I think it was probably from 1978, is not bad. And if you guys would have saw my birthday vlog, you would have seen this cute little vase. I love it so much, and the fact that someone made it, I just think is so cool. I can't exactly say what it's from, I just know that it was made in 2002. And then otherwise, we just have a bunch of little vessels here and there. This is also my great-grandmother's little milk vase glass. This is a pumpkin from Target last year in the dollar spot. And then otherwise, we are working with like a giant pumpkin. And then I painted this one last year with a friend, just as a fun little DIY. I'm not sure it was really my favorite thing in the world, but it is what it is. I think these two will probably go outside. Okay, I actually think I'm going to take this upstairs to our bedroom and probably put some of the fresh florals right here. I also just don't know how I feel with the giant fiddly fig being right here competing against the height of this eucalyptus. Okay, so the best plan of attack probably would be to actually go ahead and make all of the flower arrangements before trying to figure out where to put all the dried floral. I also have to keep in mind that anything that is artificial and or dry, my cat absolutely loves and will chew until there is nothing left. So for her sake and my sake to preserve my limited fall decor, probably need to make sure I don't put any of that anywhere that she could jump up on. But let's go ahead and make the flower arrangements and then get a start on everything else. Can we also talk about how tall these are? I feel like this would be such like a statement in like a really big vase if I had one. But that's amazing. Alright, now that you guys can actually see a little bit better, we have all of our florals taken out of their packaging and we're going to see what we come up with. I am probably going to put some of the baby's breath, I think maybe in this. And or I truly think that maybe some of like the smaller daisies down here along with the baby's breath would probably be very pretty as well. But we're just going to play around and see what we come up with. I think that's the fun part about florals. It's really an art, and I'm sure any florist would agree. I am nowhere close to professional. I actually hated fresh flowers for probably the first, actually up until like maybe a year ago, I really did not like fresh flowers, mostly because I think we were just on such a tight budget that I told myself I didn't like fresh flowers purely because I didn't want to feel the desire to want to buy some. But anyways, it's so much fun that I get to play with them now. I love it so much. But I'm gonna give all of them a fresh cut. And wow, I'm a mess today. I'm gonna give all of them a fresh cut and go from there. So kind of a funny story about these flowers. I brought these home from the grocery store today, and while my husband was just a smidge sad because he was, I guess, gonna maybe surprise me with some flowers here soon, he was saying how these were probably the best smelling flowers that he has ever smelled. He's not really a big rose person, and I'm not really the biggest rose person either, but he just absolutely loved the daisies. But anyways, it is just fun to see how much our life has changed since we've moved down here to Georgia. Like, I know that we couldn't have splurged on things like this back then. And I know that like flowers is really not that big of an expense, but like I remember growing up, especially like in high school, I feel like my mom always had fresh flowers somewhere in the home. And I think it just adds a nice feminine touch. So it was something that I wanted to do as well. And now that we're finally here, just having so much fun with it. But I am by no means professional either. I don't know how I feel about this. I think that there needs to be more baby's breath probably over here. But I'm also trying to decide if I think we need to bring it down a little bit. That way we actually preserve some of the other florals for other places. Probably gonna go ahead and do that and just trim it just a little. to cut this down so that it's only the daisies and this small little vessel. Because the other thing is there's no going back once I do this. But I think it would be nice to have these on like our bedside tables. I think I'm gonna do it. I just hope I don't regret it. Let's see. I think I love it. I'm not regretting it yet, at least. And probably stick some of this baby's breath since it's kind of broken down here anyways. Okay, so let me show you guys what we're working with. We have the two little cuties that I'm gonna put on our bedside table upstairs. This big boy, I think, needs to stay. Actually, maybe I'll put this one over by the mirror on our bar cabinet. But look how pretty. Oh my, how many times can I say pretty in one video? I'm so sorry. But truly, I just think this is absolutely stunning. I love it so, so much. And then lastly, we have this little booger, which I think I might put on our dining room. No, I'm not gonna put it on our dining room table. My cat will eat it. This one, I guess, I think is gonna stay on the kitchen counter. So now that we have them all made up, I'm gonna just mix up the plant food and water and pour those in the bottom of these, and then we'll spread them out around the house. Okay, so I also just found this cute little pumpkin dish in our cupboard. So I'm gonna put this on our stove. Okay, so I was thinking about using the dried wheatgrass, or the dried wheat upstairs, and putting some in the amber jar over here. But I think that just might be too much, so I might take this downstairs. I have this harvest basket from summertime that I use in the garden. It might be too big, but I think it's worth a shot, at least trying to put it down there. Just add another fun pop fall colors there as well. But for now, we'll just see if there's anywhere else I think this would be good for. I also think I might pull some little picks out to disperse within the garland that we put underneath the TV. It is a little sparse just with the 3 ginkgo leaf stem branches. So we'll see what we get up to. This is just a very real, very honest, decorate my home for autumn with me with what we have. I do think maybe I'll get like a little bowl or something and put like the pine cones there potentially. I'm actively just thinking through this, but we'll see what we get up to. Okay, so the guest bedroom is a place that we are still actively working on. Everything in here pretty much was given to us. We're just working with a little candle and a little vase with some picks in it. I do think it would be better if I had a book to layer here, but for now, we're just gonna leave it as this, and hopefully maybe I can thrift something for over here. Okay, so this is the harvest basket I was attempting or thinking about maybe putting these in, but they're just too heavy and it's gonna fall out. So I think for now, we're just gonna either leave it empty or I might consider trimming these. Okay, so this is all that we're working with right now. Have the pumpkins that I need to put outside. Sam has claimed the candle for his office, so that's taken care of. I just need to go give that to him, but he's busy. We have the wheatgrass that I'm not sure where it's gonna go. I might trim some down and put it in here. I think that could be very cute. But otherwise, all we have left is this pumpkin. Somewhere we have a runner that kind of could go for this season as well, so I'm gonna see if I can find that, and I might leave this pumpkin here. And then I kind of take these candles wherever, but for now I think I'm just gonna leave them here on the dining room table, just because Sam and I do like to eat by candlelight quite a bit. I think it's just very romantic and truly it just makes the experience more enjoyable, especially if you took all the time to make a homemade meal, and or if you just brought home something from the grocery store or a restaurant or whatever it is that you have. But I think it's just a fun touch. And then lastly, we still have plenty of our pine cones, but I don't think I really have a spot for them right now. Actually, I take that back. I'm going to use this and put it in the garland. I think that would be a great use of this. So let's see what we can do. starting to think the pine is making it look very Christmassy. Like, let me show you guys a little bit closer. Is that just me or is it reading Christmassy? Here, let me get you guys set up. Let me know down in the comments, does this read more autumn and fall, or is it hinting at Christmas? I'm really not sure. Yeah, I'm gonna need your help, so let me know down below what you think. Also, I cannot believe I almost forgot about this, but that is the arrangement that we got at TJ Maxx back at the Autumn and Halloween shop with me as well. So we do have a nice little fall decor touch in the downstairs guest bathroom after all. Alright, so this is really the only decor element that's not spoken for at the moment, is this picture and the dried wheat. So I think I'm going to try to make an arrangement out of that with this, since it's not going to fit in the harvest basket, unfortunately. So let's see what we can do with this. The one thing with dried florals, it does make a gigantic mess. So there's that. I don't know that I'm loving this per se, but we're gonna just keep going and see what would happen. Guys, so pretty much the whole house is decorated at this point, but I did just find this little vase in my cupboard as well, so I'm gonna see if I can make a shorter little arrangement. I think maybe for our coffee table of all the wheatgrass and other dried floral that we have over here. So let's just play around and see what happens. Alright, we're just gonna call it quits, and this is what we're going with. I think it's fun and whimsical. I just now have to figure out where to put it that Autumn won't eat it. Alright guys, that wraps up our Decorate Our Homes for Autumn with me. I've run out of things to decorate with, and I'm pretty happy with the way everything's looking. I love the dining table. I'm not sure I can keep that arrangement there though, because I have a feeling Autumn might try to eat it. I really hope that all of these florals and the vases last, because truly they just make me so happy. But otherwise, I think there's a bunch of little nods to Autumn here and there, and I don't think we really need to get too much more stuff, so I'm pretty content with where we are, and I hope you guys are too. But thank you guys so much for watching. It truly means the world. And if you made it this far, please feel free to subscribe and like this video down below. It would help me out so much. But thank you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.